Hey friends. So it happens to all of us. This is a a wrecking ball player who has been Masters 5, had some bad luck with placements, and we're playing in sort of low diamond, high emerald lobbies here. And they feel like they're getting a lot of value from wrecking ball, but if they don't basically kill the whole team, they lose. And so we're just going to take a look at this really quickly. I gave them some feedback, but I wanted to show a little video to kind of highlight what's going on. And we're mostly going to be looking at engagement timings and kind of how to play versus brawl. Like if you just look at the comps here, um, on Wrecking Ball's team, like basically we want like Sojourn to beam him down from distance, maybe Anna to hit uh, a grenade, something like that. Sorry, still drinking my coffee. We want to see kind of where Onron's setting up too, because that'll give us an opening. That'll give us a kill box. And Juno is just gonna kind of do whatever. Um, but on the other team, we have basically like full on brawl. We've got Ryan, Moira, May, Reaper. We got Juno for speed. So this team is going to try to catch whoever's the most immobile and smash them down, basically. And on our team, that's going to be the Ana. So, what to do about it? I think the main thing is it's kind of like those math problems in school, like a train's leaving New Haven, at 75 miles per hour going north, and another train's leaving Portland, Maine at 95 miles going south. When will those two meet, right? On Wrecking Ball especially, but really any tank, you always have to have those kind of two trains in your head. And that's going to be like your team where they are and where they're moving, and then their team sort of where they are and where they're moving. And you're trying to figure out, okay, where are those teams gonna meet? Where are those two trains gonna collide? And that's where you want to have your engagement. You wanna engage right as the other team is pushing into your team's line of sight, and especially like we don't know that it's a brawl comp yet, and we should scout that first of all. But especially with what our team's doing, we're looking um, to slam people in front of Onron and in front of Sojourn, basically. And we also kind of want to know where Anna is and try to slow down anyone trying to get to her. Maybe fight a bit and get back to her and share her shields, that kind of thing. So we kind of come out. We scout this early, right? And so here's the thing. It's botched, first of all. But second of all, this team already wants to go forward. So unless we're able to isolate the Juno here and get like an early pick, um, it's not going to do much, right? But the other thing is our Anon is still setting up, right? Our team is being a little dumb, for sure. But we're just kind of going, even if we had succeeded here, we're just going like a little bit too early. You see our teams, they're not really in position. Like Anna doesn't have line of sight either. Um, this team, the other team, is sort of ready to fight for this point here. And we're just sort of helping them do that. And we'll see that a bunch. We go really early, but also we're engaging on these sort of like entryways to the point instead of like where the actual fight, like where our team's gonna fight them. Our team's gonna fight them here-ish, right? Our Amon's gonna set up kind of there. Sojourn, I hope she figures it out. She should be maybe up there or over there or something like that. And we need to do that little like crisscross thing. Um, Ideally, with brawl, would be coming from the side too, like an engagement like this way or something, or the other way, and we want to leave to the side. So that way we get this kind of thing. Like Reaper could be an easy shot for Sojourn if we'd engaged a little later because he's looking like away. He's not actively dodging her. And for example, if we engage this way or this way, we might get the Mei to chase us because she's thinking she can slow us. And that's what's really going to mess them up. It's when Brawl is trying to stand in an area like before they can take this corner, like Ryan can take this corner and get safe, right? And then he's going to fight. So watch this play out. I like the target prio, but it, like they're able to get their pick, and we try to engage too early, then it's delayed, and then we end up slamming too late, and we're just not going to be able to do anything with that. And you can see like the on runs here on time. Sojourn's in a bad spot. I do want to go back a little. Here we could have shared her, did we? We could have shared her shields there with the on, that would help. I like that you get out. I think it's not that bad. We're not really doing anything specific. And honestly, when we lost Anna, I would probably have just tried to stall this and just played footsie around a point a bunch. Since they're not going to be very good at chasing you. Again, it's like we're coming behind them and pushing them forward. Let's see how it plays out. I don't think we really saw what our Sojourn was doing before we decided to go in. Like here, I guess you see her. But you should know she's not going to be able to shoot here, right? Where you see these guys going that way, we're going to want to try to get this team to go kind of that way, right? A lot of botch mechanics on this first one. I love the old booping down the stairs and try to kill them. I think we're a little too focused on the tank. Like, now is kind of when you want to do the slam and the shields and the sharing the shields, right? Let's look at this again. Yeah, not that bad. I still feel like you're a little focused on slamming by the tank. But that's cool. So we do an engage when our team's there, we win a fight, right? Yeah, fine slam. This I would have maybe mined. They're gonna want to stand in this Juno. They can't really get out. I don't think Mei has her block, if she does. No. I maybe would have mined the counter ult the Juno. I think, like I was saying, mines are like They're best used in the middle of the fight, and they're best used to zone, and you could zone them out of the Juno beam. But our overclock went off, we got to kill. And then the other thing is, they're just like, I get the objective for free, kind of. So it's always good to just be aware of, like, am I going to have my mines, like, for the next, like, to close out the point, right? To clinch it. We're kind of booping them forward there, but we're fighting in our team's line of sight. The problem with this is your team, they're being dumb. But you're kind of being dumb with them because we're taking this fight, like, right outside their spawn. To support that, our team needs to go out to help, right? But I'm just worried they're going to get caught at some point here. Right? You get the kill. Why'd you get the kill? Because these guys can shoot where you slammed, right? We are getting a lot of ults out. But yeah. They're all pushed, like, you know, way up. Because that's the only way they can see this thing. They want to see it, right? And then they just get caught by basically a coalescence, yeah. At this point, yeah, we can kill the tank. But we had to get back to help point. I don't mind the decision to ult here. The pathing is weird. Yeah. You want to jump off this, probably? Ideally, you want to go around and kind of release so that you get a little more height, like a little more like up here. And definitely centered. And then you want to press slam and 180 your camera. Because when you slam, it pulls people towards, like, where you slam. And so if you 180 your camera, because you travel a little after you release the mines, right? So if you 180 like this, it pulls them sort of back into the middle of the field. You might already know that too. There are also some other grapple spots, like I think kind of here, but you can go around to this thing, or this thing, which sometimes it can make it like a little less predictable, right? We have to be clear about when we're stalling versus trying to actually kill. We can probably kill this Juno. We have the damage boost, right? We want to use our guns. We want to slam use our guns. Instead of just going for the roll around boop. So, how could this have gone better? We kind of like kill the Rhine, right? Great. But we give a point. Now I need to cap it. I think I would have liked to see you right here. Probably go hard for Moira. Try to scare her off. Use your shields and maybe a drop down slam. Like we see Wraith go, maybe we try to force Fade here. And use our shields to do that, I think. And then just a better mind should have killed this Reaper, right? We need to be clear about what we're trying to do with it. Yeah. I also sometimes, if people are camping on this thing, and I'm having trouble like forcing them off. Sometimes I'll mine like a little high and a little over so that the mines get on their high ground too. So we kind of get a bad shield. Yeah, we kind of get a bad shield. We don't get the best mine placement. Now I get this. I want to be in that beam. Come back and use my gun. Slam, use your guns. It's on cooldown, okay. I still like, we need to be specific. Now we're gonna kind of lose alt exchange. I think the biggest mistake, honestly, was just not going back sooner and keeping point control. Now that I'm looking at it again. Because, like, yeah, you killed Ryan, but then you can't beat them. This is part of why it's just really hard to play ball into this comp. I think Reaper is very hard to play Wrecking Ball into. Just because the big damage, like, if he's near someone, you can't stick around too long. But we kind of gave up one of our best, like, one of our greatest strengths, which is just being able to stall. And we're like, maybe this ups our damage numbers or something like that, but this isn't really doing anything. If we're stalling, we want to keep an eye on like our team. Like I guess it's 99%. We still want to be thinking about, okay, when is my on-run coming here? Or when can my on around the corner and like throw a nade? So when do I just try to slam at least? Like try to at least get some sort of fight with slam shields, right? Anyway, we're gonna go kind of fast now because I think I've like talked around the main points I'm trying to make, but let's just look at specific pathing stuff. Spider ball, I like it. But even then, it's like, I guess you can slam them if they decided to come this way. I'd honestly prefer maybe a setup like down here or something. But okay, let's see what happens. We know which way they're going. We should also know our Ana's in there. We're basically trying to not let them get to the Ana, right? And there we're just kind of booping right forward. We don't slam with mine, so we're not going to get a kill. Nobody's on point either. That one had good placement, it's just the timing. You're not really... You want to kind of mostly catch Ryan without pin or more without fade, right? Juno without glide, Mei without ice block. I'd especially say Mei without ice block. Just shoot her. Moira you said. That's an okay slam. Yeah, so they're just catching. I just don't get the sense that you know where your team is or when they're coming back here. Like, our Kiri way Suzu there. I don't think you're in that much trouble. Oh, she's pressured by Reaper. We could look to help her. We can poop around forward again. It's like there's not a clean engagement, right? Because you're just constantly kind of fighting them, but you're also like not doing all that much, right? Like we stall the objective here and use our shields, and now is when we kind of want to fight, right? Not even. Like our on-run is still in spawn, right? The Kiri telly's in because she thinks you're in trouble. This Anna's coming in, and yeah, they're doing dumb things, but they're doing that because you're just kind of constantly. It's like someone lightly slapping them in the face, kind of, you know. Oh, you shared shields with Carrie there. But because you keep on going like back and forth on the point, like now they have point control, you need to be looking at your team and get them, like give them a reason to move away from the point. Like we need to get these guys that way, separated from the Rhine. You see what I mean? Like that's a big slam, but nobody can see it. And this kind of stalling point behavior. Not bad. Let's see how it goes here. So it's just not a clean engage, right? So right here, we need to be like looking at our team. These guys are safe right now, right? We could, for example, slam sort of Juno May here. Try to actually slam them and not the Rhine so everyone gets a little separated. And then go kind of this way. But our team is giving way, right? We want to slam them. Like this corner is kind of step one for them, right? We want to slam them step two when they're trying to cover this distance here. And they're right in the teeth of all of our like range damage or on nades, etc. So even though the mechanics were botched, it's like, or we want to slam them here. This is that like third corner I was talking about. So even if we hadn't botched our mechanics earlier right here, this was already like, it was too early. And because it's too early, we're too late. Right. That mine was just too high and not placed well. Look down and where are they, right? Maybe we're trying to catch Reaper. We need on this point, like kind of a little below this. Right around here. I would have considered dropping it sort of here or something to try to get this space where the supports are occupying. We do get the shatter out, not bad. Crazy amount of ult exchange. Good job finding Gina there. So what I'm saying, like, I know I was thinking about that last fight, and the thing is, because you don't like know when your team is ready to fight, and you don't really go based on that. This is really good, by the way. It's like sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And you just, if you're gonna play ball into something like this, like you can't be that sloppy with it, right? It's not consistent. You're not gonna climb that way. Here we're fighting with our on-run. This is good. You can stay on Juno. There we go. This is what we want. We want them like not able to just run down someone. I think this is the first time we have point control to start. So that mines, it's like, what's the thought process here? I don't think you saw any cooldowns. Like there might be some out. I don't think you saw them. Yeah, right. Zarya has a bubble. Moira has fade. Mei has ice block. Like what she's trying to do to Zarya right now is get to here. She has across this space. There's not a lot of spam in this space, especially if she goes this way. And then to take the fight, she's going to have to do this, right? And take this thing or something like that, or go up here this way. And it's what I'm talking about is you want to like mine them and engage them and slam them when they're doing this part of it, when they're doing this part of it, right? And then they're like, I'm trying to kill this guy, I'm trying to kill this guy. Oh shit, I need to back off. And that's kind of when you slam. Or you slam a little early and she's like, I had to blow a bubble, right? You're trying to get them stuck in bad spots where your team can kill them. Like, this mines works, I just don't think it's a very good mine. I like that you're going for Zarya and you're not afraid of it. Try not to grapple back into your team if you can. So you're going for Zarya here. I'd be looking probably to go, no, that away, right? Yeah, there's like a mega over here. And that keeps them, even just like through this way would be good, but if you go this way and they chase you this way, they just run to your team where they want to get to anyway, right? And here's another fight where we extended the kind of cleanup phase so long that we're not ready to fight when we have the overclock going. Here it might be a good idea to just move them back. There we have 1,000,000 health and I don't know why we're so scared. Right, and we have the like stun thing. So it's like because we engage late. See how she just kind of like, she looks back at where you go backwards, and she's like, well, I guess I'll walk forward and kill the rest of the team. I like that you're stalling here. Get out. Oh. Here, I think we want to just build mines for their guns. That's fine. I don't mind that mines as much to stop them from touching. I still don't get the sense that you know what you're mining. I'm not sure you needed the mines to win that fight either. And you always have to think with your mines, like, well, at least I have mines. I can win at least one fight. It's just very strong on these flashpoint maps. I like that we're forcing out just quite a lot of stuff. But here we're running into our team again. And now they're just going to run us down. Yeah. So it's like... Right. And so it's like, because you're constantly fighting, you often don't even have an engagement timing. Like, we're trying to keep them away from our guys. But we take so much damage. Couple swing throughs are fine. We want to go even just like over here. And back around, or maybe this way. Get some high ground, do a jump slam. That kind of thing. Some sort of wall jump doohickey off one of these things is probably possible. We take a bunch of damage just running. You see how they just chase you into your their team, into your team, and now I just gotta like kill you. And we took a lot of damage on our disruption. Without really like figuring out where's the spot I need to slam them, where's the spot we need to fight, right? I don't mind that stall if you didn't give up the point, right? So it's just like, I think throughout this game, it's not clean timing. And the other thing is now they have the Winston, which it's like, Winston's a dive tank, right? But he's kind of brawly. He's actually been used like that a little. He's used sometimes in goats. And he's certainly better at brawling than you are. And because he has mobility, he's also harder to get out of position because he'll just leap in. Like, he can get distracted by you, and then he'll leap with his team. Right? We're not going to do anything right now. We need to scout them out. I'm kind of personally seeing what's up, and then I would go like this way or that way. And I would be trying to get up here, possibly out there, but really up here. Like if I can go this way, I can do some spider ball, or I could swing up here. But I want to be here because we're going to need to back them off of this area, probably this corner. Before we can get anything else done, I need to get my team entry. Or I could touch a point here. But the problem is that you're doing it right now. Your team's in spawn. You had plenty of time when you're chilling here to see where your team is, right? Look. These guys are nowhere near you. So, like, you wanted to touch a point. This works, sort of. But not really, because the Reaper's there. You want to touch a point when they're more like here, trying to get here, right? When your team's setting up on these places. Here. Because we get these resources out, we get this Maywall, we get this bubble out, right? The problem is... our team, it's like, now it's time for them to fight. Right? Here they are. And like, Winston gets to use another bubble here, right? Maya's wall again. And so we might win this with the mines. I don't remember necessarily. It's just, you need to be engaging a little closer to when your team's gonna fight, so that these cooldowns you get out actually do something for them. We need to just slam and use our guns. Don't go for boots when you get nano. We need to shoot Winston. Nice tech. Go for the boop back. Good job finding the May. I would have thought, this maybe goes against some advice I've given you, but I would have thought about maybe mining like around here on these guys, like, because they all went in this enclosed area here. And May definitely used your block. You might have gotten walled. No, not enough cooldowns. But I would have looked for that boop earlier. It's like, you need to think much more about, yeah, slam here. But we're mining on engagement. We're mining too early. We maybe solo mine a Winston and it's okay. If that's what you want to do, a little more behind him. But I would be holding it to turn a fight, not to engage with. Like, and we mine about now, they're all pushing on to point, right? They're trying to run our team down. Probably gets more kills. And then we give up the point. Fighting a bad fight with this Reaper. So we basically lose this point due to mines, I would say. The problem with solo killing a tank in this comp is you're not very good at dealing with their DPS. Think about it like they're running this race to try to get to your team, right? And when you finish a race, you're really tired. And imagine if some guy just comes out of the crowd and beats you with a hammer. We want to be that guy. Not really though. Don't do that. It's antisocial. We're just kind of not going to get anything here. They used a bunch of ults. But also kind of running it down main. We just want to stall objective here. For me, right about there, my objective changes. Like, we run it down main. Like, straight at their main, basically. You could maybe think about slamming them here if you had your teammate there, but it's like the Katsune Rush 2 deaths. I'm going way this way. Before we even like engage them, I'm going way this way. I'm gonna just try and stall point as long as I possibly can. Right, this one especially, there's good grapple points. I think you can grapple middle of this. Swing around the side, you can grapple like the bell and do crazy air tricks. You can definitely get a lot of time. So I'm thinking a big shield. And I'm just gonna stall. Well, we're kind of forced out of all our stuff. I don't terribly mind this. But, yeah, I do. There's still like our team's not ready to fight. They're coming in. We use our grapple, we use our shield. We use our slam. Now our team's here. See how it's early? Like, you can just see him coming back, right? Now on runs here. And ideally we want to have... Nice. We want to have our shields going, and then we want to, like, give shields. Instead our shields are expiring, we're not shooting anyone, really. We could share shields there. That mine's just really bad. Yeah, you lose some mines over there. The tower blocks the spread. You kind of need to come down here. Like, this would have been really great if you had the point already. Like, if we're stalling, you see how easy it is to stall? Still, the timing of that mine was pretty good, and I think that's a big reason why you won the fight. I love the tech. Nobody can see your slam. If they want to, they come over here, which they do, and then they're gonna feed. This team still, they want to cross space. Our team gets free high ground. We want to slam them like here. After they've come out from this corner, they're trying to take this next thing, right? We want to slam them here. They're trying to take this corner. Keep them in place. Our bastion just rock someone, right? And instead we like just kind of get forced out. And then they just close distance for free. Right? So again, we're going too early. We needed to be more of a like, just watch this Reaper. So you go. No enemies on the screen, right? You're forced out. And then he just walks. And it's like, or May is even better, right? She just walks. This is where you slam her. Right? Their bubble's almost about to break. We could kill this Reaper. We're just not involved in the fight when it's... We don't know when the fight's gonna happen. And we hear overclock, so fair enough. But what if we come in like from this way? If we like look behind us at our team or this way, and we're booping them and slamming them here, right? I think there's a little bit of panic going on. I've been looking to share my shield and get a slam. Get more height on my mines. I like that you look to boop them forward there. Even just a quick retract. We might be cooked. Yeah. So the main point is like you really need to just be thinking about like where's their team gonna go, how long it's gonna take them to get there. Where's my team? What can they do? Where can they shoot? Where can they see? Okay, I need to like hard engage them here, right? And then just with mines, I just want to see, yeah, and I think the biggest thing is just you need more specificity about when the actual fight is going to happen. I think you have good enough mechanics to kind of constantly get a little bit of value like all the time. You probably have big damage numbers. We can check that, I guess. Yeah, right. The thing is, a lot of it is, it's not sharp. You need to break fights down more into like more distinct things that are happening. They're gonna come into the point, then they're gonna move to their corner, they're gonna move to the next corner, then they're gonna go on my team, right? And so a lot of the reason that mostly it's too early, but also too late, your timings, it's because like you're kind of constantly doing something the whole time. And it can work, but this comp it specifically is like really bad for that, right? Like they kind of don't care if it's just you and you slam a bunch of them, you get a bunch of damage numbers, but you can't kill anything. If you hang around, Reaper's gonna just absolutely wreck your shit. So it's May, and then combined especially. And so we need to be like thinking about them like we need to derail this train, right? We need to be like, okay, those two trains they're gonna meet in New Haven, so I'm gonna slam them in New Haven, right? I don't know if that's a math. But I hope that makes sense. I'm just seeing you go in several times and lose all your health, use your shields, try to like blender them, that kind of thing. But your team can't see it, or they're walking back from spawn. And then on top of that, because we're constantly fighting, we're not really in control of like when we're forced out or not, I think. And so there's also a few times where because you're fighting so long, you can't go back and stall point or contest point, which is one of your main jobs on Wrecking Ball. It's a big source of value, especially versus an immobile comp like this without a stun. So Yeah, it's just you need sharper, distinct timings in your head about like when is the fight gonna happen? Like there's a poke phase usually, poke setup. You know, the team's getting a place for the fight, then they fight, and then there's cleanup at the end, right? Those are kind of the three stages. And I need you to be thinking about that. Like, be thinking about more like when do I want to really like go all in, go for a kill, set up a kill, and stop them from doing what they want to do, which is really simple in this comp. It's get close to your Sojourn, get close to your Bastion, get close to your Ana. And we just need to, if you fight like a marathon runner, a sprinter at the start of the race, they're gonna give you a hard time, right? Like, I don't know if I would do that, but I'd be more willing to fight them at the end of the race, right? And that's kind of what we're looking for, right? We want to kind of get them like 2/3 of the way to our team, halfway to our team, like so that they're trying to like cross this space, but they have to use Winston Bubble, right? Because they got slanted in a bad spot and took a bunch of damage from their Sojourn. They had to use their Fade, they had to use their Ice Block. They tried to use their wall, right? So that they can't set up here, and especially so they can't set up on a point. So that's the biggest thing. And yeah, I hope I explained it mine too. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee right now. If anything's unclear, let me know. Good luck.